How are you? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Um, so I wanted to pop in here. I was actually going to be making our chest rub, and I'm going to tell you one of the challenges for me as a DIYer is actually DIYing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you straight up. I found something that I think is going to be replacing our usual chest rub. So I usually make a chest rub every winter, usually about twice during the winter season. So we always have something on hand. But I usually make it using coconut oil and beeswax and one more ingredient that makes it hard and silky. I forgot. But yeah, I usually do the stovetop method, and I ain't doing that right now. All right, so because I found something that's a little bit easier and simpler, and I wanted to pass it on to you with what we're doing. So normally, when I do a chest rub, or when I run out of my usual chest rub remedy, my stovetop remedy, I usually just use my V6, and then I put the oils in my hand and I slap it on the kids, right? So I thought, as I actually was walking by, and I'm like, hey, what if I use our baby oil, the seedlings baby oil? So, excuse my fingernails. I need to get my nails did. But check this out, right? So if you have the seedlings baby oil, you can actually make this into your chest rub. So I'm going to be using this one. So it is 2.5 ounces. Okay, so it's 75 ml. So usual like rollerball is like 10 ml things. I usually get like the 15 ml roller and make my own roller. And pop the metal rollerball from Young Living on top of it and repurpose. So this will be about, and my math is going to show on me. I think that's 5, right? 5 times the 15 or something. So this is a pretty big one. So this might, making just one of these will pretty much last me through the winter for sure. So I'm going to, of course, multiply my recipe, and this is going to last for a long time. So, and then of course it smells amazing. It already has amazing essential oils in it. It's fantastic for the skin. So I'm going to show you which oil I usually put into my chest rub. Now I have 2 rubs. I do one with RC, which is phenomenal. I love that thing. And then if I use our Raven, I use Raven on its own with V6. Okay, that's just for an extra like oomph in it. But when I do my RC chest rub, it's usually one full bottle of the 5 ml RC dumped into the jar of, I think it's like a 2-ounce jar I do with I'm sorry, it's a 4-ounce jar of coconut oil and my stovetop thing with the 5 ml RC. But what I want to do with this liquid one is when I want like my serious, I call it my serious chest rub. Okay, and you'll see why after I show you which oils are in there. So the first up is lavender. Lavender is amazing. All right, so if you imagine why you need a chest rub in the first place, adding lavender on there is just really calming and soothing to help, and it just smells fantastic on top of it. But of course, we know we use oils for more than just a great smell, right? So lavender is phenomenal for adding into a chest rub for the calming effect. So eucalyptus radiata is the next up in this recipe. If you've not know what eucalyptus is for, there are tons and tons and tons of different types of eucalyptus out there, but eucalyptus radiata is the one that you would choose to use for kiddos, okay? So I've been using eucalyptus radiata since my youngest was, how old was she? She was like 3 months old when we first had to use some chest remedies, and this is the one, okay? If you ever want to check out what are good remedies for children or recipes for children, check out Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn. That's the very, very first book I ever got to help me with our kids and kids recipes, okay? So Gentle Babies by Deborah Rayburn, I highly recommend it. So you can grab that one. I also add in some myrtle. All right, myrtle is actually in our RC blend and also in the Breathe Again blend. So think about why it's in there, right? So myrtle is fantastic, and it's really great to add in for breathing, okay? So that's why I'm putting it in here for the chest rub. And last but not least, our magnifier. Yes, the golden oil. I love this oil. This is my oil that I consider next to my frankincense, okay? It's Copaiba. It is fantastic, phenomenal. It's what we call the magnifier. What happens is it pretty much amplifies and boosts up whatever recipe you're going to be using, and that is a really great adjunct to any other oil that you're using to help to give it a nice boosted effect. So throwing in some Copaiba in there, especially for breathing. Copaiba Vitality is phenomenal as well. Write that down, Copaiba Vitality, for when you are for just overall general wellness support. Okay, so check that out too. But yeah, Copaiba is up there in our household, right next to frankincense. Okay, highly coveted oils: rose oil, frankincense, and Copaiba. Okay, there's a reason for that. Look it up and see why it is so amazing. All right, so those 4 oils, just toss that in here into your. This is a 75 ml. This is most likely. I have 3 kids, and also 2 adults, and we're going to use it on ourselves too. But I just thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to make a really easy peasy rub for our family that I don't have to use the stovetop with. Or I mean, I like the stovetop too, but seriously, honestly, I mean, this is so simple. So I'm going to put a little extra label on here, so I know that that's our chest rub and stuff oils in here, and that's it. So 5 times what I usually do. So in my 4-ounce jar, I would usually do like about 20 drops of each of these oils. If I need an extra boost, I add extra eucalyptus radiata or Copaiba. So that's it. That's our chest rub. Very simple. And don't forget, when you're using your essential oils, you can use them for all avenues: the topical, aromatic, and internal use, all at the same time. Okay, so when I mentioned the Copaiba, you can do Copaiba topically in a chest rub and also take it internally, and that can help your body get to where you want it to be, to get your body feeling amazing faster. Wink, wink. Okay, so I'm just saying, when your body's in need, use all 3 methods, and you might see a faster change in your body. All right, okay. So I hope that's been helpful. Grab you a bottle of baby oil, and it's not just for babies. You can use it for yourself too. This is a really good recipe for adults too. Adults, you can use the eucalyptus radiata as well, but I usually, for us, I would throw in, or for especially since I'm doing this as an oil, I would rub this on us first, and then put an extra eucalyptus globulus, because eucalyptus globulus is phenomenal. Did I say that word like 50 times? Okay. Yeah, so eucalyptus globulus is also fantastic for adults. I don't use that one on my kids. I just use the radiata. Okay? Hint, hint. If you a challenge DIY like I am, and you like to use the simplest, easiest ways to make your recipes and avoid the stovetop at all costs, if you are, holla! Let's unite, challenge DIYers. All right, guys, so I hope this has been helpful, and I wish you a fantastic, beautiful, restful night. Take care.